I firmly believe farming saved me as a person. Because at age 12, as my mum and dad were going through this divorce, my mum and myself went this way, and my brother and my dad went this way. Therefore, it split the family in half. And at the time, my mum just recently set up a mobile dog grooming business, where she would turn up at someone's house, plug into their electric, and groom their dog. Great idea. Good idea, Mum. But financials was very slow coming in, because as she just started this business was very slow. And I thought to myself, you know what, Mum? I want to be a farmer when I'm older. And therefore, I got my first ever job on the farm at age 12. Now, I was working on a dairy farm, milking 120 brown Swiss cows through 2 robots and rearing all the followers. Great fun. Now, at age 13, my life changed a little bit more. Because for my 13th birthday, my mum didn't buy me an Xbox, a PlayStation, a TV. In fact, my mum bought me 3 chickens. 3 chickens. And I thought to myself, at age 13, I know, I've got an idea here. I can set my own company up. So therefore, at age 13, I started my own company. It was called Kaleb Cooper's Happy Hen Egg Company. A mouthful, I know, right? It seemed a good idea at the time. Now, business was going so good. Within 2 months of my 13th birthday, I had 450 chickens. It got busy quite quickly. Now, I was selling the eggs locally around Chippy Norton. I worked out who my egg customer base was. It was the older generation. Because I was walking around Chippy Norton with my egg basket, I was knocking on people's doors, asking if they wanted to buy a dozen eggs. Now, it was the older generation buying these eggs. But what I realised very early on is that every time I knocked on their door and I said, would you like to buy a dozen eggs? They said, yes, please. Would you like to have a cup of tea? I go, well, I've got 13 dozen eggs to deliver. I've got to be back at work at 4. Oh, yeah, okay, I'll have a cup of tea. Because I knew if I had a cup of tea with these people, I could sell them another dozen eggs. I was really good at selling eggs. Really good. Scary, actually. And come to think of it now, every time I look at tea and biscuits, it makes me a little bit sick. I drank a lot of tea and ate a lot of biscuits, but you know what? It sold a lot of eggs. I hate this picture. I hate it. Because my head is not that shape. But the perm looks fucking amazing, doesn't it? Do you not agree? Now, at age 14, I thought, how can I keep improving my business? I've got these 450 chickens, and I'm making good money. And I thought, you know what? I got an idea. Now, I don't know why I thought this, but I did. I brought 3 sheep. 3 Hebridean sheep. Them little fuckers right there. Now, the reason I did this was because I thought to myself, I know, if I buy these sheep, as I'm walking around with my egg basket, I could also take a shoulder of lamb and some lamb chops. And it worked really well. I sold a lot of lamb. But dealing with the sheep, fucking things, honestly. Now, at age 15, I thought to myself, you know what? I've got these 2 businesses running, and they're going really well, but how can I improve it again? I thought, I know. I wasn't born into a farming background, so therefore I haven't got a farm to grow up to. But the next best thing for me was to become an agricultural contractor. So therefore, at age 15, I bought my first ever tractor. It was a Case International 1394. Does anyone know the make? Yeah? You got one, have you? Yeah, one. It's shit, aren't they? This tractor was appalling, honestly. Now, this was the first ever time at age 15 that I learned what failing was. Now, I don't like the word failing, because I firmly believe that everything you do is a learning curve. And if you fail at anything, you just learn from that mistake. Now, at age 15, as I started this business, it soon failed, because I didn't do that one important thing. I didn't go over there and kick the wheels of that tractor. Make sure it's got an engine. Make sure it's got a steering wheel. I was so excited at 15 to go around school and going, guess what? I've got a tractor. What have you got? I've got a tractor. Yes, I have. Courting rights was amazing, honestly. Amazing. Now, as I bought this tractor, of course, it kept breaking down. And I thought to myself, look, I can't do this anymore. My business is failing. Every time I turn up at a job, I let that customer down. So therefore, I decided to sell that tractor. And it was at that time where the school were getting very annoyed at me. Because as I started my first business and working full-time, my attendance was like 5%. I thought was good. I thought was good, but apparently not. Now, they kept fining my mum £50 a week for my attendance being so bad. And at the time, Mum said, look, Kaleb, I can't really keep affording this £50. I said, Mum, relax. I said, I'm earning loads of money. Let me pay it. So for 5 weeks, I paid the fine. Now, the school found out about this, and they got very, very annoyed at this point, and therefore they called me and my mum in for a meeting. Now, I remember I sat down at that meeting room, and they said to me, Kaleb, we can't keep going on like this. I said, you know what, I agree. I said, you're costing me £50 a week. I said, that's £200 a month, therefore £2,400 a year, and I've worked this out. That's 15% of my profits from my egg company. And they went, Okay, that was really quick math for you. I said, look, let me just tell you one thing. I said, you can sit me in a classroom and say, Caleb, add that 8 to that 2, and ask you what is it. I wouldn't know. I felt claustrophobic. I couldn't work it out. But if that farmer said, Caleb, I've got 8 cows over there, add it to them 2 cows, I go, yeah, easy, it's 12. Easy. I'm joking, it's 11. And then, it's 10.